All right, so welcome, ladies. And yes, as we wait for everyone else to come in, I think we should begin because we had decided on a time. And um, I think I have a message from someone who's trying to call me.
Great to have you here, Inderpal, and hope to connect more in the session soon.
Hi.
So we have a chat box here. We all can, interact with the chat box, and
Mm-hmm.
let's try to keep our videos on as much possible because right now we have few participants and we can interact with each other. We can see each other, and anytime you have any question, anything that you want to ask, please feel free to either unmute yourself or put it in the chat box, and I think me and Sandhya will try to take as many questions as possible because we want to keep it an interactive session. And wherever you think you resonate with the thing, please do a thumbs up so we know that we are interacting, we understand each other. And wherever you have a question, please put it in the chat box.
Sure. So, Henna, what about introducing yourself?
Yes, I would love to do that. So most of you know me. Some of you I have interacted in the group, and some of you have known me from previous work. So my name is Hina. I am a happiness coach. I have been coaching for last almost 6 years now. And again, like most of you, all thanks to Sandhya for mentoring me, for giving me the courage, the confidence to actually, shine that light within me. And I'm really enjoying it. And when I met her first, I was wondering whether I'll be able to do this coaching as a profession after the sabbatical that I took from my corporate career. And she said she gave me a confidence in a very subtle way. She said, just stay there, just go through the classes, and you will eventually gain that confidence. And it just so happened, like a butterfly, I went through that whole process and evolved. And when I got to know from her how compassionate she is towards empowering women, creating a community, I was the first one to jump over the idea and I said, yes, let's do it. And so I'm really happy to be a part of it, doing this work with her. It gives me a great pleasure to connect with such wonderful women from all across the globe and creating a community of positive, like minded women who just don't talk about problems and issues, but really work towards changing them. Sandhya, more about Sapphire and about yourself.
I think about me, you guys have said enough, right? So I have been coaching for years, and it's been through my interactions with women in different areas that I started thinking of creating a group where I could reach out to more and more women in a collective kind of a way. And it wasn't the whole thing behind Sapphire was that. We keep talking about the challenges. Women go through this and women go through that. Now the thing is, there are lots of positives in our lives as well, but about the challenges, what I always felt, what are we doing about it? Are we going to keep talking about it one generation to another and just accept it and do nothing about it, or are we going to do something about it? And when I say do, I honestly don't mean a very violent kind of uh, you know feminism, anti-men kind of thing. I'm talking about working on ourselves in a manner where we can begin to understand that how understand our own worth, instead of just either being passive or being super aggressive, instead of that pendulum going to and fro. I just feel we can find a middle path, create that awareness within us, shine in our own light, and then watch the environment change. So that is the whole process. And through all of these posts and the all Odyssey engagements, that's my vision. And I would love to get feedback on, whatever we are doing. I would love to get inputs so that we can add your views, your experiences to the whole, to whatever we are doing, and today you'll see what are the areas that we could possibly be working in. So as far as, you know it's not just women at home or at the workplace that I'm working with. I've been working in a lot of areas. It's basically, whether you call it executive coaching or whether you call it anything else, it's basically about life enhancement. It's about creating a vision, right? And that's what I do. So enough about me. Let's get on with this. And Henna, I think you can take over from here. I think somebody has just come in. Let me welcome Ben. Uh, Ram Ratan. Is this some signed in? Could you introduce yourself, please? Right. We'll check on this. We'll come back to you. Henna, would you like to go ahead?
Yes, Sandhya, can we go on to the centering slide, please?
Yes.
So before we begin, I would like to take you through a centering exercise. And, we have all been doing a lot of responsibilities, being a mother, being a coach, being a family person. We have all been doing a lot of activities throughout the day. So let's come to this present moment by centering ourselves with this just a few minutes of exercise. So wherever you are, like Rami was outside, wherever you are, if you could sit down somewhere, it will be great. And if you can sit back, relax, and close your eyes. Those of you who have tried meditation before, it's a guided visualization, and others can just stay with my voice and preferably close your eyes. You will be able to center yourself much better. So sit comfortably. Keep your back straight, your neck relaxed. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in peace and breathe out any stress that you have been holding around your shoulders, neck, back. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Let a wave of relaxation pass through your body with every breath that you take. Stillness of body starts with the stillness of mind, starts with the stillness of body. Breathe in, breathe out. Stay connected with my voice as I take you through a short visualization. Imagine a big, strong tree, a tree which is a symbol of strength and connectedness. Visualize the thick bark of the tree as your spine. Strong, yet supportive. And imagine the roots going down underneath the ground, giving you the stability, the connectedness, balance that your mind and body needs. Feel this energy traveling through the roots, upwards through your legs, thighs, lower back, the backbone, and all the way up your head. Once again, breathe in to fill out the gaps wherever it is needed. And breathe in to provide oxygen to every cell of your body, like the leaves of the tree. And now, imagine yourself expanding, growing, and if possible, open your arms like the branches of the tree. If you can, let your arms reach out, expand, and give you the feeling of the expansion, the growth that you can invite for yourself. Take few more deep breaths. And whenever you're ready, you can come to the present moment. Be gentle and join at your own pace. Welcome back, everyone. How do you feel?
I'm so grateful.
Thank you so much, Rami. Any other views? Have you ever tried meditation before, or is this first time for anyone here?
It was very relaxing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Smita. So, grounding and centering is a very important exercise that we can practice on a daily basis. It not only helps you release your stress and become aware of the present moment, it also energizes you for whatever next task you're doing. Like, for example, today we are sitting here as a group to go through the session, and once we completely involve ourselves, we are able to reap more benefits out of it, instead of either multitasking or being at three places in your mind at the same time. So, welcome back once again. And please use the chat box to connect, to talk, to share, so that we are all in it together. And I hope that this session is beneficial to everyone here today, including me and Sandhya. So, we are all here in it together to learn, to grow, and to move ahead wherever we are in our life. And since this talks about beautiful you, understand you, how you can expand yourself, how you can grow from the space wherever you are at. So, Sandhya,
Inderpal,
anything that you would like to?
yeah, I noticed some unmuted microphones. Inderpal, would you like to say something?
About this
Yeah,
meditation experience.
how are you feeling?
It was really awesome, awesome,
Hmm.
awesome experience. Beautiful,
Thank you.
and
Great.
I like Hina Sharma's voice. She is
Well,
very
it is
beautiful, very
happiness.
very sweet.
Henna and happiness is synonyms. Like,
Okay,
that voice just does something. I completely agree with you.
magic in voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
Jagruti, would you like to add something? Resina?
Actually, I am doing meditation from Art of Living regularly since lockdown began. It was my first experience when I started with Art of Living live meditation, guided meditation
Hmm.
in lockdown, because I said, let us have utilize the time which I have got. Otherwise, I used to not get time to meditate.
Right.
So I started with them and continuously since for 3 4 months I did, and I found it so good that I'm experienced with meditation. Just I wanted to say that. And it
Lovely,
was good today as well.
lovely, lovely. It
Yeah,
just,
thank you.
I mean, so having been there, you would know the how it just raises the energy, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah, it gives you peace. You be calm. Your thinking power increases and all.
Absolutely.
So many advantages.
So many things. In fact, as I went into this meditation, there's something that's been on my mind, can't sort it out. How do I go ahead there? And just these 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I don't know how long we did this, it it just fell into place. It was
Yeah,
clear, crystal clear, and I suddenly know how to go ahead. It's so beautiful, and it seems that we are wasting time and not doing anything, but it's just one more step to perhaps
yeah,
be happy.
yes.
Thank
Sometimes even without thinking, also you get your answers.
you.
Meditation.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, sure. So, the whole purpose is, I would say, in life to be what? Happy? Would you agree with that?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And a well-known person like Audrey Hepburn has also said that the most important thing is to enjoy your life and to be happy. It's all that matters. It's all that matters, yes, but how, right? How do we start? What do we do? We are trying to be happy all the time, but where should we, sorry, focus on? I'm sorry, guys. I think the profession is such that I need to keep talking, and that's what has happened. So, where do we start? Different areas, right? Happiness, Do we associate it with relationships? Do we associate happiness with Henna? Would you take it on for a couple of minutes?
Yes. So, Sandhya, when I would like to take it on from the moment you left, you said when, meditate and it gives you happiness. And I think that's the secret of happiness. So, yes, when we are more mindful of what we are doing, it gives happiness. And I have been studying, learning, experimenting with this topic for, dedicatedly for at least last 6 years now. And what I have understood, as per my opinion, it is the perception of each individual, how you see your adaptability, our resistance to change or our willingness to change, and the level of culture and family that we come from. It all defines individual happiness. And as Sandhya is mentioning, there are areas in each one's life that really contributes to that happiness factor. For example, it's relationship, it's health and wellness, it's finance, and many other. So first of all, I have given my definition of happiness, and I would like to understand from you, do you agree or disagree with it? So either put it in the chat box, or any thumbs up or anything to show me whether you agree or disagree. So what I said is happiness is the perception of each individual, our adaptability, how we are resistant or willing to change, the level of culture and the family that we come from. All right, I think we have got mostly thumbs up, and we will move ahead. I think all of you agree with me. Any questions here on happiness, or we move ahead? Great. Thank you. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. So, when I talk about happiness, some words that come in my mind are pleasure, comfort, gratitude, hope. Please put in the words in the chat box that come in your mind when you think of the word happiness. What is one word that will define happiness for you? It could be hope, it could be gratitude, it could be any other word. So, put in the chat box what defines happiness for you. Great, Resina. Happiness begins with me. That's wonderful. Anyone else? Gratitude. Yes, Dr. Smita, that's beautiful. We have, I think, two more people who have joined us, and if you can say hello, or show your face, introduce yourself. It will be great to have you in the session with us. And we have just started. We can take it over from here. So, yes, thank you so much. Gratitude. I see messages coming in the chat box. Love and blessings. I and my freedom. Wonderful, Divya. That's beautiful. So we all know the benefits that happiness offers, right? It lowers your stress. It makes you more immune. And nowadays, especially with Corona, the more happier you are, the more immunity level you have. So it works great. We have a lot of benefits if you are happy. But as Sandhya said, how do we do it? How do we achieve it? Especially in the areas that we think makes a happy life. So we have few areas here on the slide. If you can see, we have relationship, we have health and wellness, finance, mission. Is there anything else that you can think of? Anyone, any other category that you can think of that contributes to the happiness? Myself, yes.
Who contributes? 1 second, there's something more. Oh, yes, Resina, definitely. I contribute to my own happiness, absolutely.
Yes. Aspirations and Ambitions by Divya.
Lovely.
Satisfaction, very important.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi, this is Amit Palkar.
Hi, good to see you. Because your username was saying something else. That's the reason I we were wondering.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, and welcome to the session.
Hi. Thank you.
So,
To have
Dr.
you back?
Smita says, Ye- yes, Sandhya, are you saying something?
No. I was just saying good to have you back. Yeah, so we have other things, yes, all of these things, and it manifests the myself manifests in my profession, my mission, my finances, my health, my relationships, right? And my emotions. What isn't it a very important component that's going to make us happy or not make us happy? What do you say? The emotional aspect of our life, the spiritual aspect of our life. What say? How many of you, what do you think about the emotional aspect here? What say, girls, ladies? What about contribution? Yes, Jagruti, it's very, very important. In fact, I would say it forms the basis of everything, right? And so, if we put all of this together, all of these things are absolutely, Dr. Smita. It's crucial. It's crucial. It forms the basis of who we are and, who we are, what we want to do, and how we respond to things. All of that, how we navigate our emotions is going to determine our happiness in this area, in the mission area, in our perhaps finances, in our profession, health and wellness, and in our relationships. So, what if we just put this together like this? Because I'm in the center, as Resina said. There's me, myself, and this is somebody who's feeling really nice and free. And even I feel like spreading out my arms like that. Just the feeling of that, that freedom from within is so beautiful. So if we put all of these things in the circular manner, there's health, there's personal growth, there's family, relationships, attitude, career, finances, all of it. Would you say that it kind of defines most things that would make us happy? Or should we add something to that? Emotions, of course. Should we add something or is this fine? I would say that if you look at this, it is that complete. I mean, some of you may have seen it before. It is the wheel of life. If one area, let's say health, is not okay, then it's going to affect your career, it's going to affect your social life, it's going to affect your relationships, profession, finances, everything. So we've got to keep everything balanced, right? Otherwise, it's a bumpy ride, and most of the time, we keep thinking of the stuff that is not going right in our life and ignore all that is nice, right? Everything that is kind of satisfying, everything that is going well, we just somehow take it for granted, right? There must be some things that are going right for us, and some things perhaps that are not. Um, and I would like each one of us here to consider that for a moment. One area of your life. that you feel is doing really, really well. You would score it very, very high. And just one area that is not working right now. Hina, would you like to add to that?
Yes, Sandhya. Yeah, before actually knowing what is wheel of life and understanding this important tool that we use in coaching, which we will be sharing with you as a community in all the sessions coming forward, we will be using a lot of tools and techniques to work on our personal growth. And when I got to know about this, I immediately realized how was it affecting me. So for some years of my life, when I took a break from my corporate career, I was completely focused on building my relationships. And while doing that, maybe I was scoring a 10 on my relationships where, my in-laws moved in with me. I had 2 kids and a good family, healthy relationships in the extended family. So yes, I was scoring a 10 there, but then I was missing something on my career. And that imbalance, as Sandhya said, that my wheel of life, my car was not moving in proper gears. It was very shaky. There would be days when I will be upset, when I'll say, things are not going right. Why is that I have to do everything? Or complain mode, or irritation, anxiety. All this comes when your vehicle is not stable. Here I'm talking about the vehicle of life. When your vehicle of life is not stable, there will be bumpy rides. There will be days which will not be too good. There will be emotion outburst. And when we work on all areas in our life, I'm not necessarily saying let's score 5 in each of the 8 segments. That's not possible. Let's try to create a balance that fits you in your individual life, in your areas, how it suits you. For example, it could be 5 in a segment which is satisfactory for you. So that's good enough for you. So, all the areas have to be balanced, managed in a way that it provides happiness, sense of well being to you and not others, but just it starts from you. As the picture says in the middle, as Resina pointed out in the chat box, it starts with me. So here we are working on our individual self. And when we do that, we actually create that ripple of happiness around us. By working on yourself, you make your family happy, your partner happy, your kids happy. And so we will, that's from my side, Sandhya.
Sure. So, thanks, Hannah. Thanks for that. That's such a practical, I mean, these are all theories, but thanks for, bringing out a little bit about your life because it helps us all understand. And yes, perhaps career is not a priority, so it may or may not need to be at a 10, right? What is 10 for somebody else may not be a 10 for me. Those kind of that's what it's starting to look inwards rather than comparing ourselves with other people. So what say if we just, and since we are all new to this group, what say if we just meet everyone in Hena, will you set up the sessions and I'll
You
go
need to
ahead
make
and
me the host,
yes,
Sandhya.
you are, my dear, you are the host.
Okay, great. So we will break into the breakout rooms. We'll have a nice discussion here.
Yeah,
And what we are going to do here is we are going to put a number in each segment. Uh, as I said, it's all individual. It could be 10 in one area, it could be 5 in another area. So before we do that, let's take a commitment of, I think, Sandhya, it would be great if we can take a commitment of confidentiality here, that whatever
absolutely.
is discussed here will remain in this group only.
Absolutely. So, one area perhaps of your life that is really doing well, and I would call it your strengths. The strength could be your attitude, the strength could be your career. And when I say attitude, It is your the way you look at life, right? And it could be just anything out of these or something else. And one area where you feel that you need a little bit to work on, those will be private discussions, and then we'll come back and have a discussion right here in the main room. So just unmute yourself and talk to whoever you are in the room with. I mean, I'm assuming that some of us may or may not have used Zoom before. So we'll help you. And Hina, we are what, 9 people here, including me. Leave me out and we can partner everyone else.
Yes, so we are all going into the breakout rooms.
Sure.
We can just put that slide, Sandhya.
Yep. What happened here?
1 second, I'll just put it.
Hina, have you started the breakout sessions?
Yes.
Okay.
We are not there, but everybody else is. I'm just putting a broadcast message.
Huh. I thought people are leaving the session. We didn't specify the time.
Yeah, I'll put it in the broadcast. Okay, we have Seema.
Who?
Seema just entered.
I don't know. This person had come in earlier also. Seema is saying not able to hear.
Hi, Seema. Hi, Seema. Welcome to the group. Can you hear us now?
She's not connected on audio, Hina.
Okay.
How many minutes have you given?
I will just broadcast. We haven't told them the time. I think 3 minutes should be good.
Oh, yeah.
3?
3 minutes, 4 minutes is fine.
Hi, Seema. Can you hear us? If you can hear us, just put it in the chat box that you can hear us. And I can put you in a breakout room. Okay, she's left. So in room 1, I have put Divya, Inderpal and Jagriti ji.
Okay.
And in room 2, I have put Dr. Smita, Rezina, Raminder and Ramratan. Do you want to go in any of the rooms?
I'm okay. I'm not being able to talk much. I don't know suddenly what happened.
Okay.
So let's just discuss this. And then I'll come up with that whole...
Yeah, you drink water till then. I will just take over from here. Then you can do the cherry blossom one.
Yeah. So it can be which of these areas. um, I'll turn the next slide once we've discussed
Yeah, after we discuss, yes.
the roomy slide. I'm just
Yeah.
getting water for myself. Is it time?
Yeah. I'm closing the rooms, giving them a few seconds.
Yeah.
Because we should not exceed post 5 also, otherwise they will feel कि लंबा हो रहा है. They'll be joining now soon.
I got a call from the school. That's why I muted myself.
Okay. Welcome back, everyone.
Yes.
Good to see all the smiling faces. I hear laughter too.
Wonderful. See, it's ladies love to meet other ladies. Isn't it?
Yeah, we enjoyed having that conversation, and it's so much of positive vibes that you get from each other, irrespective of where you are. So that this was amazing, Sandhya and Nina.
Thank you so much, Divya. Thank you.
I just, everyone's kind of lit up like 1,000 luminous bulbs.
Exactly.
All right. So,
So there were two breakout rooms, room 1 and room 2. And if any one person from each room can share something about it, because we don't have too much time, we will, respect your coming here also and manage that time well. So any one person from each room can volunteer to share the experience, please.
please go ahead. Regina, you're unmuted? No. Yes.
So, Sandhya, honestly, we couldn't discuss because I think our partners they were off the call or something when you were explaining the Wheel of Life. So me and Smita actually had to explain the Wheel of Life to them.
Great.
Yeah. So I think we couldn't discuss our scores, but my experience I would like to share is that I think it makes you so aware, so aware. The Wheel of Life activity, every time I've done it multiple times. Every time it brings in a new awareness in you, about an aspect of the life where you're doing good, you feel grateful for, and where you're not doing good in a certain area, you feel more aware about it, and you actually start thinking in your mind that what is that you need to do now to, make it better. So for me, it's that kind of an experience.
Beautiful. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Yes, it's amazing. It's amazing. I've been using it and teaching this Wheel of Life for years now. And I keep adding different sections to it. And that's why I asked you all, is it, are these sections enough? Are these aspects enough, or should we add something more? And the beautiful part is that as we go along, it just, we keep adding those perspectives. We keep exploring different areas in our lives. We create compartments and subcategories. And if you're talking about finances, what kind of finances? And if you're talking about relationships, then what relationships? Then you kind of start looking at it on personal and professional, and where you're doing fine and where you're not doing fine. Perhaps something needs to be done in another area, and things like that. So you're so right. Every time you look at this, it's about actually looking inwards and looking at your strengths, and the awareness of where you can perhaps do work on, right? Well said. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Just to add to that, Resina, I think you had Ram Ratan and Inderpal in your group, right? Ram Ratan, Inderpal?
Because
Inderpal.
this is my son's name.
Okay,
Actually, he's
so
taking Zoom classes, so that's why he's putting his name. My
that's
name is
okay.
Amitpal, guys.
Yeah, so if you couldn't do that exercise, then you can always, do it at your own pace whenever you can. I would especially advise that you do it, before you get on to any other work today, right now, after the session, because once you leave here and get back to any other work, it will just go off your head. So before you get into any other activity, before you close the session, do this, number yourself, see which your strength areas are and what are the areas that you see as challenges. Because then, as Sandhya was saying, Resina was saying, it will give you an awareness on areas that can be worked on and create a happy balanced life. All right, who do we have from group 2 here? Room 2, who would like to volunteer? Yes, Divya, I see you unmuted, come on.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to check with Indrapal and Jagrati if they would want to take this up. Just wanted to check with them.
Yeah, sure, Jagrati.
It's okay. Divya can take it up.
Okay.
Yes, Divya, you can take.
Okay, sure. Thank you. So I think what Regina just said a couple of minutes back, I think I would just say same pinch word by word. I think it was an exercise that really got a bright smile about these trends when we were talking about. And the moment we had to hit those areas where there's immense scope of improvement, it just somewhere reminded again that, okay, this is something which needs my focus immediately, maybe after the session, or this is something I need to work. So it just kind of, highlighted the whole thing again and reminded. So it's a beautiful reminder. Number one, it gives you so much of excitement and encouragement the moment you see your strengths. And number two, I think it's so important to set reminders for yourself. So it just worked really well.
Yeah, setting reminders for yourself is such a brilliant idea. Thank you for that, Divya.
Thanks, Sandhya. Pleasure.
Um, Jagrati, would you like to add something to that?
No, we had a nice discussion, all three of us.
Wonderful.
And yeah, and actually, I am also not aware of Wheel of Life, but Divya explained me thankfully what are the areas. And Indrapal also knows where she is lacking and where she wants to improve and how she will improve. Divya also knows, and we wish good luck to all of us that we can go ahead and we can fulfill ourselves.
Absolutely. And this is a constant process, it's not just
Yeah,
one
it's
day of something. And
true. True. It's going on
yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
constant.
You have to improve yourself.
Bang on. That is the idea. And to that, you know, Rumi has said something. We have to improve ourselves. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. You know, when you keep complaining and you keep thinking, what is it that I can do to change everyone and everything around myself? But today I'm wise, so I'm changing myself, right? And that's how, that's the way it is. The idea, yes, of course, Resina.
Sandhya, I wanted to just say something very special here.
Hmm.
I have done this exercise n number of times by myself, and I've also used it with some of my clients. Okay, but I think it was an absolutely amazing uh, thing to do this with such beautiful women, on this platform.
Hmm.
The feeling was so different when I was doing it with Smita, with the other two ladies with us. I think it gives in so much of strength when you do it together with the community. I felt that, and I thought I must share this with everyone, that
Yeah,
it gives in a lot of strength and power as well,
abs-
so it doesn't look that tough.
absolutely. And the strength, the power, the commonalities, right? The you discover the common areas that could be challenges, that could be strengths, and all of that. That's so true. Thanks for bringing that up, Resina. And having said all of this, the strengths, the areas of that we need to work on, I somehow just wanted to bring up this picture, and I would like you all to just look at it really, really carefully. What do you see? Say it, put it in the chat. What do you see? What is the first thing that you see? Or what is that entire, what do you see in totality? What do you see here? What's the first thing you notice? Natural beauty, absolutely. What else? Can we get some more inputs, please?
Serene by Dr. Smita.
Oh, yes. So well said. Serene it is. That blue, clear water. I'll give you all time to think, but please do come up with everyone come up with something. Bliss, solace, beauty in simplicity. Beautiful snow-covered mountains. Beautiful. And in all of this, something that made me bring up this picture was the beautiful pink cherry blossom. What do you all say? Did anyone notice that? Yes, Jagrati, cool and warmth together. So peaceful, so serene. And this beautiful cherry blossom, what do you notice if we look at this whole thing in totality? There's the mountain, there is perhaps, it's still covered in snow, and we all know that the cherry blossom the tree starts bearing blossom, so after a very, very cold winter, isn't it? So one, I think the cherry blossoms actually enhances the mountain and the lake. Well said, Dr. Smita. But it's enhancing the whole image. At the same time, do you notice that each branch here is does not have blossoms on it? Isn't it? So yes, all the strengths, all the beautiful part on some of these branches and the others are just twigs. They they might bear flowers, they might not bear flowers, but the complete whole is so beautiful. And as you rightly said, it adds to its environment. Can we, for a moment, visualize ourselves as the cherry blossom tree, with our strengths, with our areas to work in, and yet enhancing everything around us? How does that sound to your spirit? How does that sound to your spirit, girls? Divya?
It's very powerful, Sandhya. The moment you kind of related the tree with the cherry blossom to our own lives, and especially the tweaks and the sticks. I mean, the ones that are not, full with the flowers. It just reminded with all of those, I would say, I don't want to use this word, but with all of those. Weaknesses, or we still are so beautiful with our strengths, and our strengths is something that makes us what we are. So weaknesses are there, but it's okay. I mean, that's what I immediately related, that I know there are some areas where I am not as good as the other areas, but then it's okay. I'm still so beautiful and powerful with all those areas that I'm so good at.
I'm the cherry blossom tree. And that's how I add to the rest of the environment.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
stands out in that whole picture.
Right. And what truly matters is my strengths that makes the whole thing around me so powerful and beautiful, and not my weaknesses. So with this tree, that's clearly now, visible. And
And those twigs, Divya, have you noticed, are clearly visible. So
yes,
the vulnerabilities are right there to be
there.
seen.
Right.
There's no embarrassment about it, right?
Yep.
There is just the way it is.
It is the way it is. Yes. And I think that these are like my favorite line. It's okay to be imperfect. It's simply okay. That's
Yeah.
how yeah. It's beautiful, Sandhya. The analogy is beautiful.
A pleasure. Because I just wanted to bring out all of this. We've thought of our strengths, we've thought of our areas to work on. I never use that word weakness, because it takes the power from within me, right? Areas to work on. And of course, I'm a an object in construction all the time, right? And each one of us is. So what about just changing, polishing, and polishing to shine in our own self worth? This tree out here doesn't need any of these other things. It doesn't need the lake, it doesn't need the mountain. The mountain doesn't need this guy. Totality. It's the total picture. And yeah. So basically, you change, the environment changes. And then you wonder, any thoughts on this? At a deeper level, I would say that we start to ask these questions. What is my purpose? These are my strengths, these are my areas, and I'm here. I'm adding to the environment, I'm adding to the beauty in this world, in my environment, because I was born here and in the now, because I was needed where I am. What should I do? What is my purpose? Who am I? How do I engage the world? Who are the people around me? My relationships? How do I take action? What do I feel? All of those questions keep coming in, right? It's how we handle them. Any thoughts after this um, beautiful cherry blossom visual? Any thoughts at all? I mean, Divya has spoken. I heard what Jagriti has to say.
It is very nicely expressed, Sandhya.
Thank you so much, Jagriti.
Yeah, with the cherry blossom tree, you have chosen the cherry blossom tree with some branches empty and some with flowers.
Mm,
Very nicely expressed.
thank you
I'm
so
happy.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Because that's how we are, each one of us is just simply as beautiful as that tree in our own right, with our so called positives and negatives. There are no negatives. There is no absolute right or wrong. It is the way it is. And I would love to, Henna, would you take on from here? And Smita, would you like to say something? I notice you're unmuted.
Yeah, I just wanted to say this because I live by this line is I am here to make everyone feel special, whoever I encounter with.
Love
So that's something which the photograph did, that when I work to make everyone feel special, I enhance everything around me, and indirectly I enhance everything inside me also. So that's what I'm going to live by. That's what I have decided to write also on my when I go away from this world, that if anyone remembers me, I am the person who made everyone feel special. So that's what your photograph said it all in one word.
Correct. Correct. So beautiful, right? Thank you so much. Yeah, that's true. That's so beautiful, Dr. Smita. And thanks, Henna. Yes, if we can quickly share the areas of challenge in the chat box, even if it is directly to the host, that would be great, because then that is going to help us design the that's what's going to help us design the next upcoming Odyssey engagements. Resina, would you like to say something? And we are not ending here, but I would love to hear from all of you.
Sure, Sandhya. In terms of challenges, I have one or two things in mind. But before that, I think I want to say this, otherwise, I'll feel incomplete. What I want to share today, and it's a striking moment or a realization for me as a person. When you said about weaknesses, yeah, you said a very beautiful thing, that I don't call or I don't term weakness as weakness, right? So that's a very, very beautiful thought which you have put in my mind. I'll tell you where I'm coming from. When I was working in a corporate environment, we used to work on making presentations, PowerPoint presentations. And when we made presentations to a senior management, we were always told, don't write challenges as challenges or concerns, write it as opportunities. You know, so in our career or in our work life, when we are actually working, we don't consider challenges as weaknesses, we consider them as opportunities. And I think in our personal lives as well, it is so important to embed the same thing what we actually practice in our careers and our work life. And this struck me very, very hard right now. I thought I must share this and let you know that thank you for giving in that realization. And it really helps me to be more strong and more powerful going forward.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Razina. It's a lovely thought, and you are strong, beautiful women.
Thank you. Thank you.
Suddenly, there is a lot of sun shining on my face, as if, I've been lit up.
Oh, I just saw that and I said, oh, Hina, can you just send some sun here, because it's so cloudy, raining since morning in Hyderabad, and it's going to be like this for another 2 3 days, and I'm missing that. So I'm so happy to look at you right now.
Yeah, my windows open, so a lot of sun coming in, and thanks for brightening, my life by being a part of it. Sandhya, thank you so much for enlightening each one of us today. And So thank you so much. It was Sandhya. She is joining us back very soon. And please put in the chat box. We would love to hear your comments, not only here, but also in the group, in the Sapphire group. It would be lovely to have you all commenting, sharing, being a part of it in whichever way you can. If you want to put in something, insight, comment, please do that. It would be lovely to chat with you every day. And thank you once again to each one of you for joining today. It's great to meet all the new people who I met today and connect with you again in the group. Thank you so much, Dr. Smita.
Thanks